Hello there, welcome back. Here to continue a playthrough of Mass Effect 3. Right now we're back aboard the Normandy after having saved a Krogan female, Eve, as part of Rex, helping Rex. And right now I just in the shuttle bay doing some loadout management. And I did want to see what the reporter lady was all about. If there's a side
Hey,
mission,
it's
maybe.
just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose one colony, save 5. That's the math.
Someone's gonna take you seriously. The Asari Republics vote on stuff like this.
We'd all save every world if we could, but we can't.
You think you can fly on this ship, sit next to us at chow time, and then broadcast something like that? That's traitorous.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose one colony, save 5.
Ooh, okay,
That's
so
the
it's
math.
on a loop
Someone's
now.
gonna take you seriously. The Asari Republics vote on stuff like this.
We'd
There's
all save every
valid
world
points
if
to
we could,
both
but
sides.
we can't.
You think you can fly on this ship?
Stand down, yeoman. She's allowed to voice her opinion until I disallow it.
Aye, aye, Commander. But how does she get to say whatever she wants to the whole galaxy and there's no other side?
I'll be clear that the opinion expressed is just my own.
Well, okay. It's not great, but okay.
And I think that's at least the right way to go about it. Because, you know, both of them have valid points, you know, to it's like, do you sacrifice one to save several? Or, you know, do you try to save the one as well? Right?
You know, in the old days, they didn't have automat on cameras. Reporters had to cake on the makeup.
Oh, I guess that's sort of some sort of makeup filter.
Do we need to talk, Commander?
Well, okay, this is nope. Just carry on.
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Okay, so that's just a little support thingy, or a little bit of rep. Let's see if there's anything.
So, Gabby, have you seen Edie's new boat?
Oh, hey, they're back.
I knew this was coming.
I just mean, it's an amazing work of engineering. Elastic titanium silicon polymers, ultra-light harmonic phased power cells.
Mm-hmm.
And if she ever accidentally walks into a wall, there's just so much padding.
Ugh, I knew it.
Yeah,
Wish I were a wall.
You pretty much are, Kenneth.
I pretty much have the have Gabby's opinion right now, which is just like, Ken, come on. Let's see.
It's great to be back.
Feels good to be in an Alliance uniform again.
Welcome aboard, Chief.
Right, because we did see that note where they were possibly being not necessarily interrogated, but I guess you could call it interrogated, but they were being questioned with their involvement with Cerberus when we were Cerberus Normandy.
Nothing to report.
Okay. But it's nice to see these back. These two are a sort of like an old married couple.
I'm glad the commander didn't forget about us down here.
I told you Shepard would come visit.
Yeah, I definitely will. Oh. Ah, that space hamster came back. Alright, I guess whenever I head back down here, I'll try and get that more quickly. Maybe I can catch the space hamster. Okay, so I think we're done in engineering. See if anyone on the crew deck has anything to say.
I can't imagine anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Oh, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Oh, that's sad. Oh man. I guess she's feeling it too. Let's see if we can at least help her feel a little better.
Everything okay in the med bay?
Yes, Paddock would just like some space to work with Eve.
He kicked you out?
Oh no, I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed.
Ugh. I feel bad for Dr. Chocolates.
Commander.
Okay.
Hello, Commander. Hello, Commander.
Okay. So Adams doesn't really have anything to say right now. So presumably Paddock Wicks is working on Eve in the med bay. I don't think there's anyone else in here. That's where Thane used to sit. There's still his little office table. Maybe something will come back there. I mean, Thane is technically still alive. We got a message from him. You know, even with his condition, he hasn't died yet, so that's cool. Maybe we'll see him.
So, Liara, still relying on the Protheans for all the answers?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
I like that. Rex and Liara are still having a little conversation. Let's see what's in the broker terminal. Call between Kasumi Goto and Professor S. Alausen. All right, because she's helping with the Crucible. Hi, Professor. You know that one-of-a-kind point-to-point comm server you were talking about the other day? Do you have any information on its whereabouts? I've got something better. Check your front door. But this server's locked in a Cerberus facility. Not anymore. This will be invaluable for the Crucible. Thank you, Ms. Goto. You're the brilliant astrophysicist, Prof. I'm just a tech expert doing some odd jobs. By the way, you would not believe how many credits Cerberus leaves just lying around in the open. Okay. Man, Kasumi's so cool. even in email form, she's super cool. Email from Professor Takesha to Dr. Odewall. I was calling every supply depot stationed around the Crucible to find enough pure platinum for the Crucible's primary trigger inlay. We barely had enough left to coat a coffee maker. An hour later, a ship pulled up with 16 tons of platinum, courtesy of the Shadow Broker. Wow. Then it flew away to scavenge more materials for the project. The ship's captain emailed me later saying the broker would stay in touch with our needs. That's great, but I'm checking my computer for bugs. Okay, so Liara's getting stuff done to help with the Crucible project. Let's see if she has anything to say.
Ready for the next mission? Ready for the next mission?
Okay.
Please enjoy your day.
And finally, let's take on Garrus. See if Garrus has anything.
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal. Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the Genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. It takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up.
Moment of some real seriousness from Garrus. Of course, he's usually very suave.
I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh? I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka.
Oh.
Paddock Wicks seems like a decent enough guy. I wonder if he knew Morden. How's it going? How's it going?
Okay, so just a few comments from Garrus. But yeah, I think whenever I get around to doing my casual second playthrough with my other character, I'll probably try and save all the people in Mass Effect 2 so that I can see what goes on in Mass Effect 3. Oh, this is just the saluting guy.
I admire your bravery. You're now the savior of your entire race. The transmutative agent that propels a species to a new stage of evolution. Many will fear that. Ah, Commander, we were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
A blood test. Commander, please explain to him my only goal is to ensure her health is stable.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Then we're in the same trap. By helping you, my career in STG is almost certainly over.
Why do it?
Every species has their role to play. Centuries from now, the Krogan could be the pinnacle of galactic evolution.
Even I don't believe that. But I want my people to.
Then let him work, Rex.
Just keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Of course. And remember, I still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Now if that's settled, I have work to do before he changes his mind.
So
oh, nice.
You're the one who told Rex about me.
I had no choice.
But you went against your own government.
They were wrong to hide you. I couldn't watch your entire species go extinct while the solution was being held prisoner in my laboratory.
Your people fear my kind. That will never change.
It has to. Fear has never contributed anything to the galaxy except more fear. The cycle must be broken. Besides, you deserve better than being treated as an experiment.
All right, some nice conversations going on between these folk. I'm just going to save it. Let's see what this reassign bonus powers. So I have armor-piercing ammo or fortification that I could possibly get. This is just another type of ammo to go through armor. I think it just does damage. But I'm really liking the cryo ammo, and I do have the upgraded cryo ammo that helps it deal with armor, so I'm going to stick with that. Now this fortification, it seems like it's a good defense as well as a melee charge up. I'm unfortunately not doing a whole lot of melee because it's super dangerous to do that. But yeah, I don't like the slowdown power use either. Presumably there will be more bonus powers later, and maybe if overload is one of them, could do that. Something to deal with shields. So that I can do it myself and then kind of let my teammates go on their own. I've been using teammates that have overload, but I want something that I can activate on my own terms.
Commander, Eve's blood tests are in good order. Malin's notes have been invaluable in restoring her health.
I'm glad I saved them.
You quite possibly saved her life, too.
How have you been getting along with Eve?
She tried to kill me at first. Krogan don't react well to Solarians doing medical tests on them. Once that was cleared up, we've formed something of a cross-species relational bond.
You mean you're friends now?
It's more an agreement not to kill each other. Species take time to evolve. So do friendships. Though I still haven't learned her real name yet. Have you?
I haven't asked yet.
She claims it's a secret. I suppose Eve will have to do for now. Though one wonders how other Krogan would get her attention. Excuse me, Krogan of female persuasion. Do you have a moment?
This guy's pretty funny. Now that I think about it, would Morden be in his place, right? That's like, I guess that's what I'm thinking.
How is this cure gonna work?
I'm hoping it will inspire a resurgence in Krogan sex. I've always wondered how they mated.
Not what I meant.
No, but you were probably thinking it. And now's our chance. In the interest of science, how do Krogan mate?
Very clumsily.
And there we have it. Could be worth writing a paper someday. Now, as to your question. We can extract the DNA that renders immunity from her tissue to produce a viable mutagen. In turn, this mutagen will alter the gland function across the whole Krogan species. Large and presumably irritable infants will soon follow.
Anyone ever tell you you're a bit odd?
It's the odd ones, the mutations, who move life forward. They expand the possibilities. On that, Morden, Solis, and I agreed.
Morden could be pretty unusual, too.
A side effect of our work. It often decides the fate of millions, even billions of lives. No mind is immune to the pressure. We all fracture in different ways. Morden's conscience haunted him. Malin crossed the line into barbaric experiments. And myself, I went searching for whatever gods created the rules for this unfortunate universe.
I'm curious. Why do this for a problem that doesn't even affect you?
But it does. The willful extinction of another species benefits no one. We all lose eventually. The Krogan may lack beauty, perhaps even brains, but so did your ancestors. And mine. Every species has a fatal flaw, a flaw that is theirs alone to overcome. We cannot deny them the opportunity to evolve.
So you'll put your own life on the line for the Krogan?
For the larger principle, yes. I've spent my career planning which species deserve uplift and which do not. But no one ever asked if we had earned the right to make those plans. We are not the originator.
Who do you think decides what the plan is?
The question of the hour. The very reason religions are invented. Unfortunately, at this hour, the answer seems to be the Reapers. But even they evolved for some purpose, and by some design.
Have you had any luck finding answers?
There have been hints, like finding an artist's signature in a painting. The way the pattern in a Tanvorian mulwitch's feathers resemble the galactic spire. That's almost showing off. But none of it constitutes proof. Just intuition.
Most scientists I meet don't feel that way.
Then they're blind. So much grandeur in creation. It can't be an accident.
I like how when they were talking about when he brought up Krogan sex, and then you just like see him going into his imagination and presumably possibly the player, but I didn't really until Shepard kind of brought it up, but yeah. It's funny stuff.
I knew an STG scientist named Morden Solis. Have you heard of him?
Indeed. I once punched him in the face.
You what?
He was still an STG at the time. I postulated there was more to evolution than just random mutation. Morden disagreed. We argued, we drank, then argued some more. Soon enough, a good fracas seemed the best way to settle things.
Who won?
He got a black eye. I broke a few fingers. We called it even and went back to drinking.
So the two of you were friends?
Some weeks, yes. Some weeks we didn't speak to each other. There were tremendous stresses for those involved in genophage research. My side of it was all theoretical. His side, well, he went to Tachanka. He saw its effects up close. He was never the same after that. I now understand.
Oh yeah, so here it is. Let's see where this goes.
I'm sorry to say Morden died.
I know. STG is aware of your mission through the Omega-4 relay. For Morden's sake, I hope he finally found the grace he deserved. And new music. If I hear Gilbert and Sullivan one more time, it's astonishing what noise some species consider harmonious.
So the two of you were friends?
Some weeks, yes. There were tremendous... His side...
Thanks.
All right.
appreciate
I
your
guess
help
that's
with
all
this.
we have with
And I appreciate
Paddock.
the chance to witness this moment in history, Commander. We're charting a new course in evolution.
Let's see if I like how how she's in this kind of seated position. She's not like lying down. She's just or like sitting on the edge of the table. She's got that little scrunched up, balled up seated position. Let's see what she has to say.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
Oh, so she's a shaman, kind of like that one guy that helped us with Rex on the with the trials.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
You know, I like that. Good. And it might be some foreshadowing for the rest of the game.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
How has Paddock Wicks been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
How so?
Most are arrogant, always reminding us they uplifted our race. He's a deep thinker. We've had talks about philosophy, religion, evolution. His hopes for a Krogan future have given me hope.
Do you trust him?
The other Solarians would rather have let me die. Wick stood up to them. He demanded medical treatment for my sisters and me. I doubt he has any friends left on Surkash.
How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Werelock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
I found Malin's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
That was a surprisingly insightful and thoughtful little conversation. I like her.
Can I help you, Commander?
Just seeing if he had anything new after talking to Eve.
I appreciate your help in this.
Certainly, Commander. I'll be here running tests if you need me.
All right. Now, Rex is somewhere on the ship. Let's see, engineer Garrus Liara. So Rex is in the war room. Okay. So let's head back up to the CIC.
You've got new messages, Commander.
New messages, thank you. ANN alert. New article on indoctrination. Asari scientist Rana Thanoptis has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. What? Spoke of voices in her head, which they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari and told Thanoptis that anyone fighting the Reapers needed to die. Oh no. This was the scientist that we met in Saren's genophage facility. Oh. It's kind of brutal, actually. That. Because she actually did a lot of work on indoctrination, and like we let her go because she was being indoctrinated. So, kind of came full circle, I guess. It's unfortunate though. Holding the line from Major Kirahe. Okay. Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you again on Surkash, even if the circumstances were less than ideal. Seems fate has decided our meetings coincide with galactic threats, so be it. To that end, I want to reiterate that STG will be there to help when the need arises, regardless of the political climate. You were there for us in our hour of need. We look forward to returning the favor. All right. Hi, Shepard. It's been a while. Oh, it's from Farron. Nice. I'm glad to hear you made it off Earth and that Liara is with you. Getting off her old ship was the best thing we could have done. Can't tell you how sick I was of that cabin and of tripping over that drone, which I think it's called Glyph now. I don't even know how it kept finding me in a ship that big, even after I turned off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you. Talk with Glyph to sort out the data. Okay. I hope it helps, Shepard. It's getting rough out there. All right, let's
Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, Trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox.
okay. So got a little thing and got a little flirty there for a second. I wasn't expecting that.
Commander, I've set up a secure communications with the Turian and Solarian governments and added their combat data to our boards. Hopefully it'll give us some idea of what's going on. Commander?
Okay. So that's all she has to say for now. But it's nice to know we're getting all this data integrated. I think that's probably going to be in the war room.
Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die. No, that's about it.
All right.
So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. How's the new Solarian working out? What's his name, not Morden?
Fine. His name's Paddock Wicks.
I'm just gonna go with not Morden.
Dang. Getting getting a bit rude there.
Commander?
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard.
Huh. A lot of actually very practical things to consider. Also, I wonder how long it takes for young Krogan to develop into combat readiness. It's kind of weird to think that this could be taking place over the course of a few years, actually, before they It's weird because even if you have children, that the fact that they could be combat ready that quickly is a little strange. Though I guess their life cycle could be a little different though. Maybe they reach full or moderate development pretty quickly, possibly. I mean, just by comparison, many like dog and cat species go like even at 1 to 2 years old, they're already like very like almost fully grown, right? So.
Yes, Shepard?
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. It's optics face forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh. I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting. That was a joke.
The look of horror on Shepard's face, of course.
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints forced me to give accurate data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Carry on, Edie.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
All right. Edie's turning into a very interesting character on her own. Save it there. And probably see if I can deal with one of these missions. I want to do priority Eden Prime just because we got that so early. So I want to see if I can head out there. Oh, I guess I can't go out the red area. Now I do have some plans here. Maybe I can scan them for stuff. I'm gonna try and go in the middle here to see if I can hit all 3 of these planets. I guess there's nothing there. Just checking this asteroid belt because there's often planets. Ah, yes, there's one right here. Okay. I just don't want to go overboard on the scans because it does have that Reaper thingy involved, but maybe this system's okay. Okay, so that's seems like everything. Maybe this system just doesn't have anything because it's a sort of a base. All right, investigate missing scouts. Rendezvous with Arya's fleet. Extract Turian survivors. Investigate Cerberus presence. Scan for Leviathan. Now I'm just wondering where Eden Prime is. I've kind of forgotten where exactly that was. Huh. Wonder if there's a way we can track it. It doesn't seem to. Oh, okay, so it's probably the recover artifact mission. Okay. Now, I know I spent a good amount of time conversing with the crew, but let's see if we can get one of these done fairly quickly. This was an early mission, so I'm hoping that it's not going to be too difficult to get stuff done. All right, here we go. Had Garrus and Liara. Let's try Edie. Oh, Liara is required on this mission, so yeah, let's bring. I just want to cycle her appearance. I do like this outfit. It seems pretty cool. Now, I did fiddle around with my loadouts, and for the time being, I'm not going to use that other gun because it's really heavy. If you look at the weight, it just switching from this, even with the ultralight materials, I go from 140% to 80% power recharge speed. So I'm gonna stick with the regular one. See, if I went from nothing, it'll also give me another 30%. And actually, it's been working better now that I have these mods on the sniper rifle. So I'm gonna try going without the sidearm for now and see how that goes. So I think they should be taken care of on the weapons department. I think actually they will be fine with one of the new. Let's get piercing. Power damage. Still only have the one gun. Pistol piercing and power damage. I like the sound of this. It's like a big heavy hitter pistol. All right, so I did spend some points. So now I have full cryo ammo, and I got the damage combo to weaken armor. So I've got 2 points left over. Edie's got 10 points, nice. Unshackled AI, let's see what this is. Tech power, damage and duration. Shield recharge delay. She has been dying a bit, and I don't know how much. 10% is not a huge amount. Let's see, singularity. Could get singularity. Hold duration by 30%. Impact radius 25%. The duration doesn't seem to really be an issue. It seems to work pretty well when it works. I think I might go with the radius actually. So now it's only 25%, going from 1.8 to 2.18. But that's radius, so it should help with catching more folks. Okay, so actually the duration might work well if I get one of these damage to lifted targets. Recharge speed. It's a matter of whether I want it to recharge faster or have some damage. I can think about that later, but I'll just use this. Edie can go with, let's go with the overload. Incapacity weaker. Let's get recharge speed. And I'm gonna save those points to max out. Probably max out the overload. Shields and duration for the decoy versus exploding decoy. Oh, that's actually nice. 4 meters is decent. And if I can place the decoy in a good spot, it'll help.
Eden Prime. This is where it all began. Where the Prothean beacon gave you the vision that warned us about the Reapers.
Eden Prime also marked Saren's first major attack with the Geth.
Yes. And now, with Cerberus here, Eden Prime's colonists are under attack again.
Seems like more than just 3 years ago.
Records indicate that you lost a squad mate on Eden Prime.
Yeah. Corporal Jenkins.
Does returning to the colony cause unpleasant memories?
Just one more reason to fight the Reapers.
I hope the motivation is effective.
Cerberus hit Eden Prime hard. Whatever they found here was worth a major offensive. There are survivors elsewhere on the colony, but they killed everyone near the dig site.
They deserve better.
I know. The Alliance did what it could to evacuate colonists, but Cerberus came in so quickly.
If we find survivors, we'll do what we can. What about this artifact? Any idea whether it's part of the Crucible?
The Alliance didn't get any specifics about what Cerberus has uncovered. Since the original dig site here contained a warning about the Reapers, it could be connected to the Crucible.
I'm bringing you in as close to the dig site as I can. No way we'll avoid detection, but you should have a few minutes.
Appreciate it.
All part of the service, Commander.
All right, everyone. Get ready to move.
With luck, we can get to the dig site before Cerberus knows we're here.
The area appears deserted.
Come on, let's see if we can find the dig site.
This was a beautiful colony once.
The colonists rebuilt after Saren's attack. It is likely they will rebuild again after Cerberus is defeated.
They rebuilt Mindwar. It wasn't the same.
They'll never forget. All we can hope is that they grow stronger for it.
Yes.
Gonna make sure I have my ammo power on. Make sure that both of them actually want to try the Scorpion because it hits hard. I'm gonna have. Oh, there's like no space on my hotbar to deal with this. This is which is partly why I've put everything on auto cast for now, even though theoretically casting everything yourself would be much more beneficial.
Look at that. Bits of Prothean tech sticking out of the ground like an old bone.
Dr. Tassoni, have you ever encountered dinosaur fossils during your digs?
No, dinosaurs and other fossils would be paleontology. I'm an archaeologist. I study artifacts left by sapient species. The two fields are completely different, and... you were joking.
No, jokes have specific structures. That was messing with you.
Ah. Just learning to mess with people. Yeesh. I guess that from Joker, probably. Okay, so I can... So because I have extra ammo on my cryo ammo, it means that I could pick up an initial starting clip. So there's some grenades there. Processing update. We've taken more able-bodied men and women from pacified neighborhoods. Colonists generally have accepted the story that they have gone to perform tedious but safe manual labor in a Cerberus research camp on the other side of the planet, and when we increased food rations as payment for the work, most of the complaints died out. Maintain the story as long as possible. We don't have the manpower to fight the entire colony, and if these families knew they were never going to see their sons and daughters again, there's no way they'd cooperate. Oh, jeez.
This Cerberus data could help the colonists still alive on other parts of Eden Prime.
How?
I can get this intel to Eden Prime's resistance. Maybe it will help them fight back against Cerberus.
Oh, that would be good. So we got some war assets, I guess. Okay, so going through one path to another. Still not sure what we're going to be coming up against.
There's the elevator that leads to the dig site.
Good. Now we can find out what they've discovered. Goddess, that doesn't seem possible. It's not a Prothean artifact, it's... a Prothean.
You believe Cerberus has recovered the corpse of a Prothean unmodified by Reaper technology?
Cerberus hasn't uncovered corpses. This Prothean is alive.
You're right. That doesn't sound possible.
You saw Prothean stasis chambers in the archives on Ilos. The only reason those failed was a lack of power. Cerberus found this in an underground bunker. It still has power. He's been in stasis for the past 50,000 years, waiting for us. Think of what we could learn.
A Prothean? Oh, okay. And unmodified by Reaper genetic shenanigans and mumbo jumbo. So, like, that's what the collectors became, right? Or, like, Protheans turned into collectors because of Reapers tampering with their genetic code. So let's see how...
What can you tell me about the Protheans? The people, not the technology.
Given your experience with the Prothean cipher, you probably know as much about them as I do. The Prothean Empire spanned the known galaxy. They uplifted countless other species to help them join the galactic community.
By galactic community, you are suggesting that Protheans had a structure similar to the modern council.
Yes, exactly. Their cultural and artistic expression are actually quite close to those of the ancient Asari. And given their similar interests in helping other species, it's clear that they believed in interspecies cooperation.
Okay, so they might have been something akin to, you know, how our Shepherd takes it in terms of uniting the different alien species. Impressive. That sounds too friendly.
They had an empire that spanned the entire galaxy. It's unlikely they did that just by playing nice.
Of course. They must have had an impressive military as well. Whatever the Protheans were, finding one alive represents an incredible opportunity.
You know, if this Prothean has been in stasis for 50,000 years, as they put it, I'm just thinking of the implications of that. It's gotta be... Huh. It would probably... Well, I don't know if it would be a soldier or a scientist, but if it was a scientist, that would be an incredible find, right? Someone that has ancient knowledge and advanced technology, perhaps. Then I'm glad you're here. First, we get it open.
Good thing we brought our Prothean expert.
I hope I can help. If this single Prothean was sent into stasis, he could be the foremost scientist of his time, or perhaps the wisest counselor. Cerberus damaged the life pod when they excavated it. The life signs are unstable.
Then let's get him out of there.
No, breaking open the pod would kill him. We have to find the command signal that ends the stasis mode. We also need to figure out how to physically open the pod without doing more damage. Cerberus took over the labs nearby to research what they found at the dig site. That's likely our best bet.
Oh, and here's Cerberus to ruin the day. Now, Liara referred to the Prothean as him. I'm wondering if it could possibly be a her, though. I don't know if they even have two genders, but you know, I'm just going off of many species having the sort of male-female separation, but yeah, maybe I'm just overthinking it now. But anyway, that was a good kind of little startup into this mission. We found a Prothean. Hopefully the Prothean can communicate with us. Maybe it'll sound like Harbinger did in Mass Effect 2. Who knows? But okay, I'm gonna definitely try and get through this, and I'll continue next time because it seems like we've got a little bit of a fight on our hands. In the meantime, thanks for watching and have a good one.